gold digger, assuming you are with me just for money.
Bakang tsa? Hi guys!
Hi everyone, so welcome back and thank you for all the support we've had from all of you so far since we started on YouTube, I think just a week ago now, which has been fantastic. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button for regular updated videos from us here. Today we wanted to talk about a topic that we've spoken about quite a lot since being together, and we think it's maybe a little bit of a controversial topic. There's a lot of opinions based around this. So today we want to talk about the stereotypes of a Filipina dating a foreigner. And these are actual sort of stereotypes generally that I've noticed kind of throughout Southeast Asia when I've lived in other countries. This isn't just in the Philippines. They generally are all across the board.
Alright guys, so these stereotypes are actually like, I experienced this personally, you know, like, it's just sad because when me and Dan had our first holiday in Cambodia, you know, like, I felt free, you know, like, I don't care about other people if they're looking at us, like, no one basically look at us, like, weirdly, you know, like, it's just very natural, so I don't care, like, I'm just free walking with him on the street and stuff like that. But the time that I experienced this kind of stereotype and I felt like kind of like awkward being with a foreigner guy since it's my first time is when Dan first visited the Philippines. So I'm kind of like still on the adjustment stage that time, which is sad because, you know, like it's my co-Filipinos who are like giving insecurities to the Filipina girls who are with foreigner people, you know, like I even adjusted what I will wear, you know, so that people will not think that, oh, you're wearing too daring and stuff like that, because I don't want them to assume that I'm working in a bar, you know. I have those kind of adjustment at first until I learn and then help me that I shouldn't care about what other people will think, you know, because we know in ourselves that we have a very decent relationship.
Yeah. So the first point we want to talk today is, from what sort of Ken told me, you're lucky about dating a foreigner. So what do you think of this one?
Yeah, because I think this is one of the stereotypes. Like, people are saying like, oh, you're lucky that you're with a foreigner guy and stuff like that. Like, me myself, like, I don't get it. Like, why would you say that? Like, are you not gonna be lucky if you're with a Filipino guy, you know? Like, I think you're the definition of lucky, like, will just take place when you are in a good relationship, like whether if you're with a foreigner or with a Filipino guy with same nationality and stuff like that, because there is still Filipino or Filipina who are with a Filipino guy but they're not lucky with their partner, so you cannot really tell, you know. So what makes you say that being with a foreigner is already like, you know what, like, it's clear to say that you're lucky being with a foreigner guy?
I just don't get where it comes from, like, especially in sort of, it's 2020, people, especially in the Philippines, live abroad and go to other countries. Like, I think I read somewhere ridiculous, like 10% of your young working population are living abroad or want to work abroad. Therefore, people are going to meet people from different cultures and backgrounds and be in a relationship. I think I'm lucky to be with you because we have a good relationship. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that you're a Filipina. You know, if I met someone from some country in Africa or the United States or someone in Europe where I'm from, you know, you can either be in a good relationship or a bad relationship. I don't think luck comes into it.
And I'm also hearing stories like there are Filipinas who are in a relationship with a foreigner, but it's still not a good relationship. So I don't think there's a concrete like basis for that if you're with a foreigner you're already like lucky, you know. Like, I don't think.
I think where most of it sort of comes around is this assumption that foreigners have money or have more money, maybe. The other day when me and Ken went out, we walked to, I think, Family Doc, because I wanted to get some, I had a bad headache, so I wanted to get some paracetamol or something, and Ken was getting a trike off to go to work for the day, and we walked past, and then one woman said, oh, I wish we all had a foreigner boyfriend. And it was just
what they
assumption.
said is like, you know, guys, like the girl said like, sana all, you know, like she said something like that, and I just translated it to Dan. I don't think like you should wish for it, because what if you wish to have a foreigner and that foreigner is not the good man for you, you know. So it depends on how you handle a relationship, I think.
And there are thousands, if not millions, of Filipinos which have more money than me. Filipino men that have more money than me. So where's this assumption? Where's this assumption that I maybe just have money just because of the colour of my skin? I understand that in, say, my country, the salary and the wage packet is higher.
Yeah, currency-wise, you know.
Yeah, currency-wise, it is higher. But, you know, then it doesn't necessarily mean to say that naturally a foreign person is going to have money all the time. So I think that's really important to remember. But the second point, quite an interesting one, only for citizenship.
For citizenship.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a
I don't think I will agree with that because it's different with me and Dan's situation. Like Dan chose to move here. Because like me, like Dan discussed to me before that, you know, like even if you get married, like what did you tell me before?
Oh yeah, like if we get married, for Ken to get citizenship and for the benefits of living in the UK, I think you need to live there for 7 years.
Yeah.
So if we have children, my child will automatically be able to get a passport and have all the benefits and access into the UK. Even if we're married, you would have to live there, and Ken would have to pay her own personal taxes above a certain amount, which is quite a high salary, I believe, in order to get, you know, the citizenship and the rights. And the funny thing on this is that if I marry Ken or a Filipina here in the Philippines, obviously hopefully Ken, not another Filipina, but if I do marry someone in the Philippines, I believe I automatically, or not automatically, it takes a few months, but I will get citizenship. So actually, as we're planning to stay in the Philippines, if anything, it's more that I'm with Ken for citizenship than the other way around.
Yeah, it's a quick process for Dan than for me getting a citizenship in UK. So like, do not assume like it's a quick process for a Filipina when they're being with a foreigner guy or if they marry a foreigner guy. Like, it's not an easy process. I'm sure it's really not. Yeah, like in any other countries, you know, like. Especially with Dan, like, you know, I still need to like put effort, I still need to struggle a bit and stuff so that I can get that citizenship, you know. So it's not that after you get married, like, oh, you're already a UK citizen.
You're not the third point we want to talk about today. So someone who will support your whole family. So this is about finances, as if Ken, for example, may date me, and then now I'm well, as you guys say, would be shouldering the costs of your family, which isn't true in our case at all.
Yeah. You know, like, guys, I know that we know the Filipino culture, like, we are helping each other's family, you know, financially wise and other helps that they will be needing. But do not assume that if you're with a foreigner guy, like, he will automatically, like, help your whole family because... Maybe it happens for some cases, you know, but that depends if the man offered. But it's not always like, oh, you're with a foreigner guy, so I'm sure he will support your whole family. It's not like that. Especially, it's not happening with our situation. You know, like my family are capable of like having an income, you know, like I also don't want Dan to be responsible about financing my family and stuff like that. Like I basically wanted to change those kind of stereotype because like it's just your family
don't need your family don't need it as well. Equally, so that's fine. And it, you know, it just means different in my culture. Whereas a lot of people sort of in the Philippines, you know, if someone's earning money, it seems that you know people will help each other out and things like that. But in my country, if I ask my parents for, let's say, 1,000 pesos, I need some help. I'll have 1,000 pesos. One of the first questions they're asking me is, okay, when can you pay it back? You know, my parents do very well. They don't, you know, 1,000 pesos isn't a lot to them. But you know, in my culture, if you give someone money, you're expected to pay that back. And this isn't to say that you know now we're in a relationship because of the stereotype, like I would never help. You know, like I would help if there's something like medical bills, but just because we're together doesn't mean I'm gonna start like giving members of your family money. That's just not in my culture to do that. I wouldn't do that. And actually, I do want to say this is also a stereotype that my friends back home have asked. They've also asked whether I'm covering more bills and things like this.
Like it's embarrassing. For
it's
us
not just a Filipino
you know?
culture thing. It's what the foreigners sort of think of sort of Southeast Asian women. There's And I think it does come from, there are some sort of natural cases where you see sort of the younger women with maybe the older men, and I think there is a bit of a transaction there. That's not to say a lot of it isn't genuine love, but sometimes I think you see someone like, you know, a guy gets to have a younger woman that he wants, so therefore she might get some financial stability. But we are, you know, we're 4 or 5 years apart in age, we're both working, we don't need to rely on each other financially at all for anything. But number 4, leading into that, quite nice, is a nice segue. Number 4 for we got is gold digger, assuming you are with me just for money.
Gold digger, guys. I don't know, like, I think we'll go back to that. Do not assume that all foreigners are rich, I think. You know, like, you will hear some stories, like, there are different sides of story, you know, like, even if you know someone who's with a foreigner guy, like, it may turn around different. The people assume that foreigners are like rich because of the currency. You know, like if you convert dollars to peso, if you convert pounds to peso, like it comes off big money. But that still depends on the country, you know, like the cost of living and stuff like that. But do not always assume. I think that's what's wrong, you know, like people are generalizing all the situation for all the Filipinos that are with a foreigner.
Okay, and for the last one, you worked in a bar, you're a bar girl, maybe even like a prostitute. A lot of time people think like, maybe we met down like, where's that place, Poblacion?
Poblacion Party.
Yeah, you know, and that's not the case. You know, we met on holiday in a hotel, which we were both separately on holiday, and we met in like the hotel lobby just before we were both going to the airport. That's how we met. You know, we didn't meet in a bar, you know, and things. And I
never worked in a bar, guys. Come on. I'm sure there are some instances that Filipinas met their foreigner partner because they're working in a bar. But if that's the case, like, be it, you know, like, that's the way of them meeting their partner. If they worked well, if they worked out their relationship, like, you just let them handle their relationship. You know, it has nothing to do with anyone, you know. That's the relationship. Doesn't matter where they met their foreigner partner and stuff like that. Alright guys, so that's all for today with the stereotypes of Filipina being with a foreigner, guys. So I think most of the Filipina girls, especially with a foreigner, can relate to this, I'm sure. Maybe. So I'm just hoping that most of the people, especially Filipinos, will kind of like change that kind of stereotypes, you know, like change that kind of thinking. Just be happy with everyone, you know.
But just want to say thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, guys.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Please like, and please also comment. You know, maybe you disagree with some of the things we wrote. Maybe
we're open to hear comments.
Yeah, we want to hear what your thoughts and thinking is on this as well. Just because this is our thoughts and opinions doesn't necessarily mean we're correct, and we're happy to be corrected if we are wrong. So thank you for watching, guys. Please take care of yourselves and take care now. Bye bye.
Bye bye.